Hi, my name is Lynette Uys, and I am one of the retirement benefit counselors for Funds at Work. Today's presentation is all about simplifying the two-pot system. The question is, why is the two-pot being introduced and when? Well, if National Treasury had a wish list when it comes to retirement savings for South Africans, it would simply be to safeguard all their retirement savings for their golden years, so South Africans can retire more comfortably. Government wants us to become a nation of savers, but they understand that members of funds have emergencies as well. So the primary objective of the two-pot system is for you to have access to some of your retirement savings in a financial emergency without leaving your current employer. The implementation date is 1 September 2024. The question, will the two-pot legislation mean I have 3 benefits in Funds at Work after 1 September 2024? No, you will still only have one benefit in Funds at Work, but it will be divided into 3 components. Different sets of rules will be applicable to each component. The vested component, that is your retirement savings in the fund on 31 August 2024. This will be ring-fenced and no further contributions will be paid into your vested component after 1 September 2024. It will also be protected, meaning it will remain subject to all the rules and rights that were in place before 1 September 2024. Now, the savings component is a new component, and this will be created for you. And 1/3 of your total contribution amount after fees and insurance premiums from 1 September will be paid into this new savings component. The retirement component is also a new component. It will be created for you, and 2/3 of your total contribution amount after fees and insurance premiums from 1 September will be paid into this new retirement component. But your retirement goal for all 3 components should remain for long-term savings. So what will happen on 31 August this year? Funds at Work will transfer 10% of your vested component, or 30,000 Rand, whichever is lower, to your savings component. The remaining balance will stay in your vested component. Let's look at a few examples just to clarify. If you have a vested component balance of 100,000 Rand on the 31st of August, 10,000 Rand will be transferred to your savings component as it is less than 30,000. Similarly, if you have 200,000 in your vested component, 20,000 Rand will be moved to your savings component. However, if your vested component balance is higher than 300,001 Rand, so let's say 400,000 Rand or even 1 million Rand, then only 30,000 will be transferred, not 40,000 or 100,000, which would be the 10%. This is to comply with the legislation's cap of 30,000 Rand for the savings component for the initial seeding transfer. Can I decide how much of my contributions must go into each component? Unfortunately not. 1/3 split to your savings component and the 2/3 split to your retirement component is a compulsory split, which has been defined in the legislation. So no other contribution split will be allowed. This means that you cannot decide how much you want to go into each component. In this example, if you have a net retirement fund contribution of 900 Rand, your net contributions, being your total contribution less risk premiums and fees, 300 Rand will be allocated to your savings component and 600 Rand will be allocated to your retirement component every month from 1 September 2024. But let's summarize what we just spoke about. So your vested component is your retirement savings up to 31 August of this year, minus the amount that will be transferred to your savings component as the seeding amount. The vested component will be protected, and all rights, rules, and options will remain the same as they are now. No further contributions will be paid into your vested component after 1 September of this year. It will grow with investment returns. The savings component and retirement component are the new components. On 1 September, a once-off compulsory transfer of 10% of your retirement savings or 30,000 Rand, whichever is lower, from your vested to your savings component. From 1 September, 1/3 of your contributions will go into your savings component. One cash withdrawal will be allowed per tax year. The minimum amount that you can withdraw is 2,000 Rand. Less, obviously, tax and withdrawal fees. The tax that you will pay will be at your marginal income tax rate. You don't have to resign from your job to get access to the savings component money. Withdrawals should only be done for financial emergencies. Your retirement component will receive 2/3 of your retirement contributions from the 1st of September this year. No withdrawals will be allowed before retirement. And at retirement, you will have to buy a pension or an annuity with the full amount when you retire. So you might be asking yourself, when is the earliest that I can withdraw from my savings component? You can only start the withdrawal process from your savings component after 1 September 2024. But it will take around 14 or more working days to process and reflect in your bank account. It also depends on the number of withdrawal requests we receive. When we receive your savings withdrawal instruction, we will need to disinvest the amount you would like to take in cash. Then apply for a tax directive from SARS, confirming the amount of tax to deduct, and then only can we pay the remaining balance to you. You can withdraw all the money in your savings component. But remember, on 1 September, you will only have the money available that Funds at Work transfer to your savings component. That is the 10% of your retirement savings on 31 August up to a maximum of 30,000 Rand. You can withdraw a minimum of 2,000 Rand before fees and taxes once in a tax year without leaving your employer. Now, I want to give you an example. If you only have 15,000 Rand in your retirement savings account on the 31st of August 2024, Funds at Work will transfer 10% of the 15,000 Rand to your savings component. That is 1,500 Rand. This means that because the amount in your savings component is below the minimum withdrawal amount of R2,000, you will not be able to take it in cash on the 1st of September, since it is below the minimum amount that can be withdrawn. You will have to wait until the amount in your savings component is at least R2,000. If you withdraw your money from your savings component, you need to let us know. We will not automatically transfer the money into your bank account. You can only take a withdrawal from your savings component once in a tax year. A tax year runs from 1 March to 28 or 29 February each year. It may be better to not make a rushed decision on 1 September to withdraw your money. You could wait a few months for more of your monthly contributions to be paid into your savings component and for it to grow. If you withdraw your money from your savings component in September 2024, you must wait until the 1st of March 2025 to do another withdrawal. So from 1 September, one of the primary ways you will be able to withdraw will be our WhatsApp channel. I would like you to save the number now. The number is 087 240 6653 and send us a hello to see if we have your latest cell number on record. If not, then you need to update it. You can give it to your employer. You can email us on momentumcorporateclient@momentum.co.za. Remember to include your ID number or your passport number. You can phone us on 0860 657585, or you can log onto the member portal on www.momentum.co.za. There is a question on how much tax will you pay. Now, before retirement, if you want to make a cash lump sum withdrawal from your savings component, the tax will be at a marginal tax rate. The retirement component, you will not be able to withdraw any cash lump sums, and your vested component, you will be able to withdraw if you are retrenched or you resign, and the withdrawal tax table will then come into play. But at retirement, if you make a cash lump sum withdrawal, you can take it from your savings component and your vested component, and the retirement tax table will apply to you. You will not be able to withdraw a cash lump sum from your retirement component. You will pay tax on any amount you withdraw from your savings component. As I said earlier, you will be taxed at your marginal tax rate. And if you owe any money to SARS in outstanding or arrear tax, they can deduct that, and it will reduce the amount that you receive even further. To see how much tax you pay based on your taxable income band, visit the SARS website. To see if you owe any money to SARS, please also visit the SARS website before you even think about making withdrawal from your savings component. The savings component withdrawal fee will be a flat fee for each withdrawal, irrespective of the amount that you withdraw. If you successfully submit your withdrawal through one of our digital channels, that is, remember, WhatsApp, or by asking your employer to submit it on the employer portal, you will pay R250 per withdrawal. That includes VAT. If you withdraw by completing a paper-based form at any stage of the withdrawal process, you will pay R350 per withdrawal, and that includes VAT. This includes if you started the process on any of our digital channels and did not complete it successfully. There is an exception. If you were a Funds at Work Umbrella Provident Fund member on 1 March 2021 and you were 55 years or older and you remain a member of the fund until your retirement, the two-part system and its rules will not automatically apply to you. You have to opt in to the two-part system. You will at this stage have until the 31st of August 2025 to opt in. If you don't want the two-part system to apply to you, you don't have to do anything. If you want the two-part system to apply to you, you need to complete the opt-in form and email it to Momentum Corporate Client at momentum.co.za. Or you can phone us on 0860 657 585. So just to summarize, the Provident Fund members that were 55 years and older on 1 March 2021 will by default not be part of the two-part system. So they will have a vested component and their contributions will continue to be paid into the vested component. If, however, you as a Provident Fund member that were 55 years and older on 1 March 2021 and you want to opt in to the two-part system, you will have your vested component, you will also have your savings component and the retirement component. So you will be able to make a cash withdrawal from your savings component. I hope that you have all saved the WhatsApp number and that you have sent us a hello to check if you will be able to use the channel after 1 September 2024 to make a withdrawal. If not, please see the number on the screen. Once again, 087 240 6653. Remember, you can only start the withdrawal from your savings component after the 1st of September. But in the meantime, you can access the information on the WhatsApp channel. When you start a conversation, we will make sure that we are talking to you by asking for your ID or passport number. Follow the prompts on the screen. If you want to check your values, you would choose option 1 and then option 1 again. If you want to proceed with a withdrawal after the 1st of September 2024, you will choose option 3 on the menu screen. You have to answer the questions regarding maintenance or divorce orders, and then you will be able to start with your choices. On screen, you will see your available amount. To continue with the withdrawal, you will need your tax number, residential address, postal address, and your bank account details. Please ensure that the account is in your name. You will be asked to make a choice regarding the amount that you want to withdraw, and this amount will be confirmed as well as the withdrawal fee amount of R250, including VAT, that will be deducted. Your tax number, if available, will show on the next screen, or you will have to type in your number. Continue to follow the prompts, and after your bank account has been verified, you need to accept the terms and conditions for your withdrawal to be initiated. Do not skip any of the sections or exit, as the withdrawal instruction will not be finalized. If for any reason you choose the manual withdrawal option, Ask your employer for a form or get it from our website. You need to complete all the relevant information on the form and then send it to Momentum Corporate Client at momentum.co.za. Please remember, the withdrawal fee will then be R350, including that. And just to confirm, the contact details for savings component withdrawal queries will be WhatsApp 087 240 6653 and say hello. Or you can send an email to Momentum Corporate Client at momentum.co.za. Please remember to include your ID or passport number. You can also call the contact center on 0860 657585. For any other benefit related queries, you can use the WhatsApp number again, 087 240 6653 and say hello, or send an email to membersolutions at momentum.co.za, or speak to a retirement benefit counselor by calling us on our call center on 0860 444340. We are available from Mondays till Fridays from 8:30 in the morning until 4:30 in the afternoon. You can also contact your scheme's financial advisor. Thank you, and I hope you understand a little bit better how the two-pot system is going to work and the impact it will have, and how you can actually access your savings component.